One of the things you showed, a tool, was that you can intercept where planes are going and the traffic. And you said that's illegal. You can do that, right? However, you said you also have the ability to influence it, which that's illegal, right?
Transmitting on that ADS-B is illegal.
Illegal, okay. So we saw 3 months ago, or a couple months ago, President Trump assassination attempt on him. I say 3 months ago. Rob, it feels like 3 months. I don't think it was 3 months ago. What was the date? July 13th or?
July 13th.
Okay, so we're talking about, it's only 5 weeks.
Yep.
It's as if it was a year ago, right? That no one's talking about. So July 13th assassination attempt on the president. They missed him half an inch away. We're having a different conversation today on, who's running for president on the conservative side. We know what happened on the left. It could have stayed Joe Biden, but we wouldn't know who's going to be running on the conservative side. He's had to have emergency landings being made. I think he had to do one, Rob, if I'm not mistaken. I think even J.D. Vance had to do one last week, okay? Is there tools that if somebody was, really wanting to do something to manipulate with a plane and a Boeing plane, is there tools to be able to hack into planes or no?
Yeah, well, I mean, these planes are very old. I'm not saying that one device that I've showed online is capable of redirecting a Boeing 757 or whatever, but, I wouldn't play around either. I wouldn't be transmitting radio while I'm in a plane trying to mess with the pilot's controls or their radio. But yeah, it would be unreasonable to think that it's not a possibility with think of how old these airplanes are that are flying around. If you look at the average age of just even an American, like name the airline other than Spirit and Frontier, because they got brand new planes for whatever reason. These planes are 20 plus years old.
Well, his plane is 33 years old.
Yeah, I mean,
first flight is 91.
Of course, technology can be upgraded. So who knows what the status is?
When it comes onto plane, it's slightly different because what you're doing is upgrading the engine. Sometimes the engines cost $750,000 to $1.5 million, depending on the size of the plane, on what it is. Some can go even higher. And then on the inside, you just want to fix up the place. It's like rebuilding a house, right? And then the tube is the tube. It's not like you need to do anything with the tube, and then tires, just like cars, tires, you can adjust them. But technology is different. If the board is the same technology as it was 91, now you got a problem there, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Well, then how about we flip it, okay? Let's say Trump is your uncle. You love the guy, okay? And you want to do anything because you have a good relationship with the guy. You want to protect him. You got all these tools you got access to. What would you do to make sure to minimize the level of threats that he's going to have?
I would probably obviously vet the people around him. Like if you mean him being on a plane.
Equipment-wise. I'm talking purely equipment-wise on a plane.
On a plane? I mean, you can't, there's not too much that you can do other than monitor. Like if I could monitor for people trying to mess with things, but I can't.
So you could monitor somebody trying to hack into the plane?
Depending on if it's wireless. If it's not wireless, then no. I mean, I would have to have access to the way to the actual plane itself and know how the plane works. And I don't know how Boeing works electronically for me to determine if somebody was hacking it or not. So, but I mean, if I was in that scenario, to answer your question, if he was my uncle or someone I cared about deeply, I would figure it out. But I don't know enough to give you an answer like in depth.
For a guy like you that's a hacker, and he's got a lot of people that are enemies of his that don't like him, does that at all cross your mind? Were you concerned about that with plane? Like right now today, for me to come to you today to do the interview, I was in Tampa. I went to Tampa this morning at 7:45, 8 a.m. I did the business that I needed to do, got on a plane, flew back. The worst, probably top 3 worst flight I've ever been on, and I've been on 1,000 flights in the last 25 years, okay? One of the top 5 worst flights ever, with turbulence. It was very bad. Like people were about to throw up and it was choppy coming in, right? Okay, now that's turbulence, right? It wasn't like it was somebody was manipulating with it. It's weather. It was bad coming in. It's Florida. It's a little bit weird. It's a 30-minute flight. Whenever you have a 30-minute flight, the problem with a 30-minute flight is your elevation doesn't go that high, so you always stay in the middle. And in the middle, you're right in between the clouds. And so it's too many issues to cause it to be that bad.
Right.
But for you as a hacker, and you're in the community of other people that are in it, does the idea of somebody being able to attack it from this angle at all concern you or not really?
No, not at the moment. No. I think that anything is possible, but it's my main concerns have been, a little bit different. I'm not super educated on like the security around airplanes.
You're not that on what the planes.
Like I don't know what type of software they're running or how they're.
But you could figure it out if you wanted to.
Yes.
Okay, but you're not too worried about it.
No, not at the moment. No.
It's not a priority of yours. So maybe what we need to do is send you to Ancestry to see if Trump is an uncle of yours for you to start caring. For you to,
Well, hey, if they want to hire me to check out their planes, I'll learn it. I'll figure it out.
That's a different story. Got it. Okay. Do you, aside from this being your world and this being your interest, what other interests do you have? Like, do you study history? Do you study spies? Do you study like different secret intelligence? Do you study anything like that? Or what interests do you have?
It's actually quite surprising. So, computers, hacking, protecting kids, and business is my main priorities. But when I'm not doing that, I love fast cars. I love dirt bikes. I love go-karts. I like drifting. So I build my own drift trikes, like three-wheel drift trikes. I'm kind of like a hybrid nerd, I like computers, but I also like the quote-unquote cool kid stuff.
The cool kid stuff. I noticed you got a nice watch on, and
thank you.
You like the nice cars. My kids right now, we went to the biggest Ferrari dealership in the world is down the street here. I don't know if you've been to it or not.
I have been to it.
Okay, it's a mile.
I went to it with my friend Dr. Teresa. She loves cars as well.
Dr. Teresa?
Yeah.
She likes nice cars.
Yep.
Well, good for Dr. Teresa.
Yep.
Did she buy anything or no?
No.
So have you been there lately?
It's been a long time.
So they got what do you like? Are you a Ferrari or a Lambo guy?
Lambo guy.
Okay. You know what you would look good in? An orange Lambo with black wheels. Rob, what do you...
You sound like Nostradamus.
I don't know. I think it's just this stuff that you're teaching, sharing. Something's happening to me, and I'm able to kind of predict the future that a car like that. By the way, I think I had the same exact car, just so you know that.
Yeah.
Like literally, I think I had the. And if you type in Patrick Bet-David orange Lamborghini, if the picture comes up, I swear to God, I'm going to crack up. Patrick Bet-David orange Lamborghini. Let's see if it'll come up. Zoom in. Just go to images. Go to images right there. There should be one. There it is.
Oh, that is literally the same car. That's it.
Yeah,
no way.
You're gonna love the car. Is what I'm saying. I have a feeling you're gonna love it. Anyways, at this Fort Lauderdale dealership, they have SP1s. They have SP2s. I don't know if you're familiar with the Monza.
A little bit. Not
they
much.
have an SP3. They got a LaFerrari, and I think they got an Enzo. They got a very, very nice collection here. The cars.
LaFerraris are crazy.
If you like it, they got all of that right now. If you're that crazy into it, so question on a couple things because when I think about hacking, I think about the world you're in. I pulled up a couple things. I'm curious to know how much of the stuff like this you're even into. Have you ever studied the Franklin child prostitution allegations or no?
No.
You don't know much about that?
No.
Okay. How familiar are you with the Promise software? With Robert Maxwell, the Promise software, Robert Maxwell, that was sold to other countries, that was so advanced.
I mean, it definitely rings a bell, but I don't know it.
Okay.
So I don't think I know much about it.
Got it.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
And studying spies and things like that, that's not you. Mm-hmm. You're not. So you're fairly simple, guys, aside from this kind of stuff.
Yeah, a lot more simple than people think.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you're going to be somebody that's a... But you know what it is?
I'm not one of those actually type of guys.
Yeah, you're not that guy.
No.
Well, I'm kind of grateful you're not. It's better to be just the way you are, because just the way you are is positively impacting the world, which is great to see.
Well, hey guys, my name is Ryan Montgomery, also known as Zero Day. I'm proud to be part of the app Minect. If you have any questions regarding child safety, cybersecurity, or even any of the gadgets that you see me use all over the internet, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to help you with any questions or concerns you may have. Stay safe.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.